Hello again and welcome back to Neutopia. Today we're going to search for the 8th dungeon and begin looting it. But before we do, the last battle took us a little into the red, so I'm going to backtrack a little in the first overworld and obtain some medicine vials for a low cost. Here's, I believe in this world they're about $200 a piece. In the Sky Sphere, if we were to try to buy them, they're $500. So we can buy one from this man for 200, and then we'll backtrack to the Sky World. And off we go back to the Sky Sphere. So this time we're going to head in a different direction in order to get to the 8th crypt. Instead of going to the right, we're going to go to the left and down. Again, this crypt is considerably well hidden, and this Sky Sphere pretty difficult to traverse. So we're going to just use caution as much as we can to try to get there without getting hurt, and try to find the most direct way. Here's the little thing I noticed too, is that for whatever reason you're able to use the rainbow drop in that little piece of sky, and whether that's actually beneficial to hiding or, you know, preventing yourself from getting hurt, I'm not really sure, but it's kind of neat to be able to do that in some of these situations. And if you notice, the fire wand at this capacity, at this level, continually burns enemies. If they walk in it, it'll continue to burn. Well, not quite right now, but if I have one more health container full, the flame will keep going, and a single flame will burn, a single enemy 1 or 2 or 3 times, depending how many times that enemy touches the flame, as opposed to some of the lesser ones where the flame kind of ends as soon as it hits somebody. So instead of going down on that last screen to get to some of the other places that we visited in the last video, if we just stay on this level and just proceed to the right, there's a stairway that kind of beams us into a second area which we haven't yet explored. And here it is. This stairway effectively brings us to another portion of the map which we haven't yet accessed. This is where this part's actually pretty linear. It's pretty much a straight line between here and there. I actually get hit by the enemy there and kind of tossed back, which is rather unfortunate. But between here and the next crypt, it's pretty easy to get. It's not really hard to get lost. There's a couple little trick passages that that you might take the wrong, might turn into be dead ends, but for the most part, it's a pretty straight path. You'll notice there's a lot of these goat warlock type guys that shoot these crazy beams at us. They're relatively easy to kill, however they can hit you with that attack from across the screen, and sometimes you don't see it coming, especially if you have a wall of fire. So you just have to be careful of them. Bombing the walls around the way, I'm going to try to find people inside these caves to see if they'll give me advice or more ideally some items, power-ups, something like that. Alright, bombing that wall opens up this doorway, which leads us to a guy. Just reminding us, make sure you have the strong shield and sword and armor. Well, we don't have the strongest sword yet. We can't have the strongest sword by now because we still need the Bell of Heaven or the Bell of the Sky or whatever it's called, and that's found in the 8th dungeon. So once we find the bell, we'll be able to go to the temple in the sky and get the sword. So what the bell does, the Bell of the Sky, when you ring it, it's an item you can use, and you ring it, and any secret doors or passageways that normally open, like when you in a dungeon, for example, if you clear all the enemies in a room, or if you have to slide a block in order to open a doorway. Just by ringing the bell, those doorways will open immediately, so you don't have to actually do the required, killing all the enemies or moving the stones or whatnot. So it's kind of helpful. It speeds things along quite nicely. So we'll be looking forward to getting that soon. Monks like this are really kind of a rip-off, whether it's 100 or 250 gold. Just them opening up a passage to bring us back to the Mother to save and restore our health is a rip-off. Again, we've picked up countless numbers of the little wing items, and I have yet to use one. And those bring us back to the Mother for free. So, I mean, I guess if you're really strapped, if you're down to your half a heart container or something, and you really need to get there, and you don't have wings for whatever reason, I guess it's worthwhile, but for the most part, I don't really anticipate ever needing to use one of their, take them up on any of their offers to do so. I'm going to put a bomb in this wall here. It's likely a save spot or a healer or something. Yep, it's a save spot. Password, sure, let's save let's save our game here and then continue on to the 4th dungeon. Again, since it's our first time in this area, I'm going to bomb everywhere where I think there might be something useful. This is a good thing to keep a note of. $500 per for dose of medicine. Again, we can hold 2 of those. $500. We don't even have $500 at this point, but if I ever need it, I'll definitely look this guy up if I have the cash, because it's a lot. It might be worthwhile than walking all the way back somewhere and having to come back all the way out here. Now this looks like she should be a healer, but it doesn't sound like she's gonna actually heal us. She's just kind of giving us some story. So I'd prefer a healer at this location, but oh well. So I'm really close to the last crypt at this point, and I've started to. My medical alert bracelet's going off, so I'm just gonna. I ran past those last few enemies because I want to get as far as I can through here before I die or have to leave and find health. So, all right, those stones have swords in it, and even though I approached them gently, I still got stabbed by them. That's not fair. Got through them that time. Just got stabbed again. So now I'm down to my last heart container. I'm gonna turn the lights on in this room, and then I'll probably use the medicine here just to make sure that we can make it out of here alive. So slimy guys and bridges. Fire takes them down pretty nicely. Alright, here are some of the more of those annoying guys that like to chase after us. Not sure if I'll be able to run through. I'm going to exit the room and come back. See if we can get past him on the first try. Nope, can't. Should have just ran past him the first time. One of these stones has to open it. That's the one. And another dark room. Use some fire here. Kill that flying guy because he's more of a hassle than anybody. And then, alright, got some cherries there, so I'm back to full health. And using the rainbow drops to cross the water. Alright, here's a room with bats and mummies. The bat is the bigger enemy because he throws fireballs at us. And the mummies go up on flame pretty easily. Killing them all gives us a stairway. Follow this hallway, brings us into another room with a couple more fire or phoenix or whatever these are. Burn them really nicely. One left. There's 3 doors in this room, so we'll have a decision where to go. The stairway we know brings us back, so let's start to the right first. Okay, this looks like there's a sewer here that's popping out these little serpent dudes, so let's just light fire to them. There's some cherries which we don't need, but still good. So we got it down to 3. And didn't seem to be anything in here. I didn't look at the map yet, so I don't know if there's any hidden. Let's bomb around a little bit, see if we can find hidden. Alright, there's a room to the south here, so we can go in there. I did pick up an hourglass there, so might as well kill those guys out. Alright, here's a room with a treasure chest. This is great. This is hopefully something we need. Let's see, we obtain the Bell of the Sky. Okay, great. So now we have the Bell of the Sky. So if we ring this in any room, it should open the door immediately. No reason for us to fulfill the objective before the door opens automatically. So let's backtrack a little. And right there you saw a demonstrating of the bell. Basically, as soon as the doors lock, we just ring the bell, and it opens right up. We're able to get through that room without having to fight all the creatures. It's a great sign. It's a great time saver. I'm just trying to decide which way to go now. Let's go left. we're gonna get hit here. That guy's... Nope, didn't get hit. Surprised. That guy was charging us pretty quickly. Took those two bug things down pretty fast, and the bat. Ooh, cheap shot from the sword rock. I'm trying to refer to my notes to determine what to do, and instead of ringing the bell, I pushed the stone. I could have just rung the bell to get here and open that up right away, but alright, another room with a bunch of enemies. The only real threat in this room is the skeleton guy because he's resilient against fire. So I'm going to use the fire to try to burn these gumdrop guys before they cause me any problem. And I take down the skull and obtain the crystal ball. So now we have the crystal ball and we have the bell of the sky. So if we traverse backwards, I'm trying to press some stones. Referring to my map, I realize that I'm kind of in the middle of all these rooms that I've already been in, so there's no real reason to try to bomb around or do anything. Okay, now to check the north path, and we find an empty room with a chest, and it's full of bombs. So this should give us 4 bombs. So now we have 13. We have no health containers, 13 bombs, and at this point I don't really know where to go, so we'll backtrack and see where it brings us. Total brain fart. I just walked in the wrong door and decided, yeah, I should probably turn around. So I turn the lights on, head back down. At this point, I'm probably just going to find my way out of the tunnel, or out of the crypt rather, and go and stock up on some medicine vials and try to tackle the rest of this crypt at another time. Yeah, so we're going to run out of the crypt here, and I'll use my wings for the first time ever. And we'll fly back home, and we'll pick this up at another time. In the meantime, smell you later.